walk-in tubs. We see the commercials. 60-some-year-old lady in a nice light blue robe. I could see the commercial right now. Opening the door, stepping in, turning the water on, and throwing the robe out. Okay?
Right.
Sounds great because one size fits all. Nothing could ever go wrong because every bathroom and every shower enclosure is made exactly the same size. I'm saying that in jest, obviously. You had a challenge with a listener, called you after installing one of those pricey units. Those are not inexpensive. Those are very, 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 they are very proud of the investment that they ask for to put those into homes. What did you see when you went to our listener's home?
So what we ran across, and here's the thing with walk-in tubs. Most of the time, unless you're building new and putting one of these in, you have to run it, you're remodeling a bathroom. So you're limited in the size to what's there for your existing tub. But the bigger thing is these walk-in tubs are one piece. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's not like a modular unit that you can put together. They're not as low rise as a normal tub, so you can't turn them and get them through a doorway. So when you want to get them in a house, you have to sometimes take the doors off, sometimes open a wall. Us at Access, we even opened up an outside wall once in order to get one in, and then put the outside wall back just to get it into the bathroom space because we couldn't get down the whole hallway, and that was a less expensive route to go. But what we ran across was that this is one of the jetted ones. And when you have a jetted tub, by code and by the manufacturer's regulations, you need to put that on a dedicated electrical outlet. And it should be a dedicated GFCI outlet because those jets draw a lot of power. Well, the contractor that did this didn't do that. They just tied it into the normal bathroom. So now every time that she turns on the tub,
she blows a fuse.
She blows out everything in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
It just goes out every single time. So that's one.
So she can't use it?
No.
Unless somebody's down at the circuit breaker box.
It gets better.
Oh,
so, yes, they had to take off the bathroom door and widen the wall in order to get the old cast iron tub out and get this in. And then instead of trying to put this back together, and this was a nice south side home with the nice wood doors.
Oh, no.
So
Bungalow,
they just took a cheap slab and threw it up in there. So now she's got a cheap slab that's, instead of trying to put this all back together the way it was, just put up a cheap flush door slab that doesn't match the rest of the house. So we have that. And then when you do a walk-in tub, you've got to make sure that you have a large enough hot water heater. Because
it takes up a lot of water.
It's a minimum of 75 gallons. More frequently, you see these at 80 to 90 gallons.
So you're going to drain a typical tank.
So if you have a 40 or 50-gallon tank, you're going to get 40, half your tub is going to be hot and half of it's going to be cold, which defeats the purpose of a walk-in tub. It's there.
They don't tell you any of this when you're doing it.
No. And I mean, there's a great applications for these. They're fantastic for people with arthritis. They're fantastic for people with joint problems, but they are narrow. They have a narrow seat. They have a narrow door, so you have to be able to navigate that. So again, it just takes the right evaluation. Some people it works for, some it doesn't. But there's more involved to it than just let's pull out my tub and put this in. The last problem that you have with these is most tubs are built with a 1.5-inch drain to exit out the tub. Not a big deal for your normal tubs because you're stepping out while it's draining. You can't step out of a walk-in tub while it's draining. So if you don't increase the size of that drain all the way back to the main stack to at least a minimum of 2 inches, then you can literally sit in there for 15 to 20 minutes while this is draining out.
In cold water.
And if you don't have heat lamps to help you with that, if you're dealing with arthritis, now your joints are tightening up, so you just completely defeated the purpose of having the walk-in tub.
It's horrible.
Yeah, so there's a lot involved if you want to do a walk-in tub, and making sure that you pick a good contractor that's done this, and it's just going to lay it out to you straight. Because the tub itself, they'll sell it to you for $5-6 grand, install it for $10-12 grand. But you have the hot water heater, you have the main drain, you have the electrical line you have to run, you should have that heat lamp. You have the what doors have to come off in order to get this in, and let's get it back the right way.
It could be another $5-15 grand right there.
Sometimes we've done them for $30,000-$40,000. It really depends on the house and the situation, but if you don't do it the right way, then every dime that you put into that investment has been wasted because you can't use it.
Here, text message 224. A friend of mine, a friend of a friend, had a walk-in tub installed. Okay, figured it out afterwards that the wife was too wide to fit into the tub.
Yeah, and that's just it. So a walk-in tub, the average walk-in tub seat is 14 to 15 inches wide. Some are 18.
What about the door to get in?
Same thing.
14 to 15, 18
About
inches
18
wide.
inches wide.
So if you're a bigger person, right?
Yeah.
Going in sideways, you're
And
not
they
getting
make
in.
bigger ones. But does your bathroom have the space for it? I mean, when you see these on TV, they're in these big, luxurious bathrooms that
Sure.
are, 20 by 20, and they have all the space in the world to do it.
Yeah.
But most of us don't. Most homes in the area don't. You're going to be remodeling a 5 by 8, a 5 by 10 bathroom, and you just don't have the space to put in that large of a walk-in tub.
And the lady in the bathrobe's like 5'5", 5'3", 100 pounds soaking wet.
Correct.
So you don't even think about that.
Yeah. So there's a lot to think. So we just ran across this yesterday, and I just wanted to get it out there to the listeners. There's so much evaluation that really needs to be done to get a true price on getting one of these to work for you.